Technology, as we apply technology to the utility industry, we apply it not for the purpose of just applying technology. I think we apply technology to do something better. Whether it's creating a 3D model, it's not just to create a 3D model to look good. It's not just, we don't want to just say, hey, this is a big pretty picture. I think we create that 3D model to do something better. We're trying to be more accurate, or we're trying to do it faster. We're trying to apply some automation that when we automate it, it's going to work better. It's going to be more efficient for our people designing it. It makes for good tools for the client, so they can see better. We've had situations where a client can see it. We use it for public meetings or something like that, where they can go show it to other people to say, here's what it's going to look like, because people can really see it once you put it into 3D. But from that's been a great value to many of our clients. Also, from an accuracy standpoint, we can, there's a lot that goes into putting a 3D model together. It's like building something before you go build it out in the field, and we get all the pieces and parts, and they're all counted up, so we don't miscount those things. And believe it or not, that is a big issue when you're designing, trying to count something off of a 2D drawing, put it together. And when we put it together in a model, you have to put every piece in there. So when you do that, you get a good count of the whole. Other cases in technology, I think it's the industry is going to something different. The utility industry has always been a little slower in adapting that technology, but part of what we're seeing now from the 3D technology is the ability to implement the data and store data on an object. So if you take and you build a model and you can store all the data of all those pieces into that model, then we're starting to see where that can be used in the field. We have applications where we're putting a model of a station together, tying all the data in there, so people can not have to go out into the field, and they're saving time and saving safety incidences by not having to drive out to the field. One of our clients, they're looking at doing that wide scale and potentially saving, I think they said 10,000 trips out into the field per year. And just the safety implication of that is great, just because they can sit and look at a 3D model and figure out what they have to do before they go out into the field, and without having to go out into the field to check it all out before they do the work. So I think that's a great value of some of the technology that we're implementing.
With technology changing so rapidly as it is, we know it is, how do you stay up to date? How do you keep on top of all this stuff?
I think that we do a lot of conferences, and so we have a lot of different people going to different conferences, learning new things. We're working with different software vendors, so we're keeping up with what each one of those vendors is doing, and they've been including us in on their technology and hiring us to do different projects with them. So I think through that we've been learning a lot of what's going on. We're learning how to apply it, learning on what they've been doing and what they're developing, and I think that's the biggest way we do it. But I think a lot of it too is we've been developing some of that ourselves and applying it ourselves. So you see, the more you do, I think the more value you get to see and what we can deliver to our clients.
You mentioned that utility companies are a little slower to adopt some of these changing technologies. Are you guys stepping in the role as the teachers to some of your clients now and showing them a new way?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have many clients, or many of the vendors have actually hired us to work with their clients to help with the utility clients, to help them adopt some of this technology, because they're traditionally in the 2D drawing world, and the utilities are starting to get to the point where they want to apply this technology, and the software vendors don't necessarily talk the utility language, so they're kind of using us as an intermediary to go between them and say, okay, this is what you have to do, this is how we're applying it in our industry, because the software vendors, they're used to applying it everywhere else, but we can help them apply it in our industry. And I think we've been providing some great value to some of them where they were getting ready to scrap it. They were like, we're not going to do this. It's not working. And we stepped in and said, well, let us help you get to the next step. And I think those that we've been helping are getting even beyond what the rest of the industry is getting to. So I think it's been some great success in that.